Now, let us discuss an important and interesting topic, that is glycogen metabolism. Glycogen metabolism. Glycogen metabolism. And in this lecture, we will discuss about first mechanism and site of mechanism and regulation, mechanism, site of mechanism and regulation. Let us discuss about site of mechanism. This glycogen metabolism will take place in cytosol. Cytosol of liver. Cytosol of liver. Now coming to the regulation. This glycogen metabolism is regulated by two types of hormones. One is insulin and other one is glucagon. Insulin and glucagon. This glycogen metabolism is regulated by these two types of hormones. One is insulin while other one is glucagon. Now let us discuss first topic in this glycogen metabolism, that is glycogenesis. First topic is glycogenesis. Glycogenesis can be defined as synthesis of glucose from glycogen. Synthesis of glycogen. This glucogenesis means synthesis of glycogen from glucose. Synthesis of glycogen from the glucose is called as glycogenesis, and the site is cytosol. Let us discuss the mechanism which is involved in glycogenesis. At first, glucose will get converted into glucose 6-phosphate with the help of enzyme called glucokinase. With the help of the enzyme called glucokinase, by utilizing the ATP. Now this glucose 6-phosphate will get converted into glucose 1-phosphate with the help of enzyme called mutase. With the help of the enzyme called mutase, this glucose 6-phosphate will get converted into glucose 1-phosphate. Now this glucose 1-phosphate with the help of UTP will get converted into UDP glucose. Now this entire pathway is called activation of glucose. This entire step is called activation of glucose. Here glucose will be converted into glucose 6-phosphate. Glucose 6-phosphate get converted into glucose 1-phosphate. Glucose 1-phosphate will get converted into UDP glucose. Now, for the synthesis of any glycogen, the glycogen primer is required. In absence of glycogen primer, there is a protein called glycogenin. This is a protein, glycogenin, which is used instead of glycogen primer. Now, this glycogen This is glycogen. This is a glycogen. This UDP glucose will get converted into glycogen. This is the glycogenin with the help of enzyme called glycogen synthase. With the help of the enzyme called glycogen synthase, UDP glucose will get converted into glycogenin. This is glycogenin. Now, after the formation of this glycogenin, next step is this UDP glucose. This UDP glucose will donate its glucose molecules to this glycogenin protein in linear manner. So as a result, the glycogen length will get increased in linear manner. This is glycogenin 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is elongation. This stage is called elongation stage. This stage is called elongation stage. When this gets elongated, there is a enzyme called branching enzyme. What this branching enzyme will do means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It will take 5 to 6 glucose from alpha 6 glycosidic linkage, alpha 4 1, 4 glycosidic linkage, and it will break the bond here, and it will get attached to the alpha 1, 6 bond of this glycogenin. It will resulting in the formation of like this. It will resulting in the formation of like this. Glycogenin 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now this last 6 glucose molecules will get detached from alpha 1, 4 linkage and will get attached to the alpha 1, 6 linkage, will resulting in the formation of like this. 4, 6. Like this glycogenin will be modified. Now this entire step will be repeated many times. As a result, more number of glucose molecules will get attached to this glycogenin. This is alpha 1, 6 linkage and this is alpha 1, 4 linkage. Now this is the structure of glycogen. This is the entire pathway of glycogenesis. First, glucose will get converted into glucose 6-phosphate. Glucose 6-phosphate will get converted into glucose 1-phosphate. Glucose 1-phosphate will get converted into UDP glucose. This UDP glucose will donate its glucose molecules to this glycogenin. Now this glycogenin will elongate its chain, and with the help of branching enzyme, this last 6 glucose molecules will detach from 1, 4 linkage and get attached to the 1, 6 linkage, and it will resulting in the formation of circular manner, and this step will be repeated. As a result, this circle will get elongated and resulting in the formation of glycogen. This is the required material. This is a required material, that is glycogen. This is called glycogen synthesis or glycogenesis. Our next one is glycogenolysis. Next topic is glycogenolysis. Glycogenolysis. This is glycogenolysis. The degradation of glycogen molecule into glucose is called glycogenesis. Glycogen molecule will get converted into glucose molecule is called glycogenolysis. It will also occur in cytosol of liver and muscle. Let us see the mechanism of this glycogenolysis. Then first there is a glycogen. This glycogen molecule, which is surrounded by glucose molecule around the glycogen, is glycogen. This is the structure of glycogen. Now this glycogen, with the help of enzyme called glycogen phosphorylase, Now, the main function of this glycogen phosphorylase is it will remove the glucose molecules successively from this glycogen. From this glycogen molecule, the glucose molecules will get detached. As a result, the size of this glycogen molecule will get decreased and the glucose molecules around this glycogen will get decreased. This step will get continued till the formation of limit dextrin. What is limit dextrin? Limit dextrin is glycogenin which contains minimum 4 glucose molecules surrounded to it. This is limit dextrin. It contains minimum 4 glucose molecules around it. This is glycogenin. Now, when this limit dextrin is formed, there is action of debranching enzyme. There are two important functions of debranching enzyme. First one is transferase. What is the action of transferase? Now, the action of transferase is it will take these triglycerides from alpha 1,4 from this round molecule to the linear molecule. It will attach at this position. Now the structure can be given as glycogenin. This is remaining one glucose molecule. Glucose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And here this is a structure which is resulting due to the action of transferase. Now there is only one glucose molecule which is present at alpha 1,6 linkage. Now with the help of enzyme called glucosidase, now this action of this glucosidase is it will remove this glucose molecule away away from this alpha 1,6 linkage. It will remove the glucose away from this alpha 1,6 linkage. As a result, the linear chain of this glycogenin will be present. This is glycogenin. This linear chain of glycogenin will be present. As a result, now it resulting in the formation of glucose 1-phosphate. Now this glucose 1-phosphate will get converted into glucose 6-phosphate. This glucose 6-phosphate will get converted into glucose. Here with the help of enzyme called glucose 6-phosphatase and here mutase. There is one exception. The end product is, now let us see here, the site is cytosol of, one is liver and other one is muscle. Here in liver the end product is glucose, whereas in muscle the end product is glucose 1-phosphate, because in liver there is no enzyme called glucose 6-phosphatase enzyme is absent. As a result, the process will stop at this glucose 1-phosphate only. There is no continuation of till glucose. As a result, in muscle there is no formation of glucose. It is only formation of glucose 6-phosphate. Whereas in liver, this glucose 6-phosphate will get converted into glucose. As a result, here glucose is end product, and here only glucose 1-phosphate is end product. This is the structure and this is explanation of glycogenolysis.